Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley had a forgettable night on the Raw after Elimination Chamber as she lost her WWE Women's World Championship. Triple H has now reacted to the shocking title change. Rhea Ripley put her Women's World Championship on the line against Io Sky in the main event of Raw tonight. The two women pushed each other to their limits in a barn-burner contest, where Bianca Belair caused interference during the closing moments of the match. The mommy took issue with the EST rooting for her opponent and got into her face, pushing the two women into each other. Interestingly, referee Jessica Kerr didn't call for a DQ and let the match continue. The distraction allowed Sky to reverse Ripley's riptide from the top rope and deliver a Hurricane Rana, followed by a moonsault to pick up the win. After the show went off the air, Triple H took to his official X, formerly Twitter, handle to share backstage footage of himself hugging Io Sky. He also congratulated the damaged CTRL member on her monumental win. The WWE Universe was left in shock after an explosive episode of Monday Night Raw saw Rhea Ripley lose the WWE Women's World Championship in one of the most controversial title changes in recent memory. The brutal and unexpected loss sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, and amid the chaos, WWE's chief content officer, Triple H, finally broke his silence on the situation. Rhea Ripley, one of the most dominant champions in recent WWE history, walked into Raw confident, determined to extend her reign. However, things quickly spiraled out of control as her title defense turned into an all-out war, facing an unexpected opponent who had cashed in an opportunity at the most opportune moment. Ripley found herself in an uphill battle she couldn't overcome. What made the moment even more heartbreaking for Ripley's fans was the way she lost. Interference, distractions, and sheer exhaustion from previous battles had weakened her. While Ripley fought valiantly, the odds were stacked against her, leading to her downfall. As the 3 count hit the mat, the crowd erupted in disbelief. Rhea Ripley, the unshakable powerhouse of the women's division, was no longer champion. Following the shocking turn of events, speculation ran rampant. Was this a strategic decision by WWE? Was Ripley injured? Was this a setup for an even bigger story? Triple H, known for his calculated approach to storytelling, took to social media and backstage interviews to address the situation. In an exclusive WWE digital interview, Triple H stated, "Rhea Ripley is a generational talent. She has carried this division with a level of dominance we haven't seen in a long time. Sometimes, championship reigns don't end the way you want them to. But this isn't the end for her. If anything, this is just the beginning of something even bigger." His words did little to soothe Ripley's devastated fan base, but they hinted at the possibility of an even grander narrative unfolding. Ripley's title loss wasn't just a personal setback. It had massive implications for Judgment Day, the faction she had been a part of for months. The group, which also includes Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio, has been one of the most dominant factions in WWE. However, tensions have been brewing within Judgment Day, and Ripley's loss might be the breaking point. Immediately following the match, Dominic Mysterio was seen looking distraught at ringside. As one of Ripley's closest allies in the faction, the look of disappointment on his face was evident. Some fans even speculated that a costly mistake from one of her teammates might have contributed to her loss, raising questions about the future of the group. Triple H added to the intrigue by saying, "When you're at the top, everyone wants to see you fall. Judgment Day has been dominant, but when one pillar falls, it's up to the others to hold things together, or watch it all crumble." Was this foreshadowing a betrayal? Or would this loss galvanize Judgment Day into becoming stronger than ever? With the championship no longer around her waist, Rhea Ripley finds herself in unfamiliar territory. For months, she was the undisputed force of the women's division, cutting through the competition with ease. Now she must fight her way back to the top. Triple H's words seem to suggest that Ripley's journey is far from over. If anything, WWE might be preparing her for an even bigger storyline. Some rumors suggest that Ripley could be on a collision course with the very person who took her title, setting the stage for a WrestleMania-level rematch. Additionally, if there is dissent within Judgment Day, Ripley may find herself forced to choose between loyalty to her faction and her own aspirations. Could this lead to an internal war? Will Ripley strike out on her own, proving that she doesn't need Judgment Day to reclaim her throne? One thing is certain. Rhea Ripley is not someone who fades into the background. Whether it takes weeks or months, she will undoubtedly return to championship glory. Social media exploded with reactions following the loss. WWE fans took to Twitter and Instagram to express their shock, disappointment, and theories on what happens next. One fan wrote, "This has to be part of something bigger. Rhea Ripley doesn't just lose like this for no reason. Triple H has something huge planned." Another posted, "I'm heartbroken. Rhea Ripley has been the best champion WWE has had in years. I hope she gets the title back soon." Even WWE legends weighed in on the situation. Hall of Famer Trish Stratus commented, "Championships are won and lost, but true champions always find a way back. Rhea will be fine. Trust me." Meanwhile, Booker T on his podcast stated, "I think WWE is setting her up for an even bigger moment. You don't let someone as talented as Rhea Ripley lose like that unless there's a greater plan at play." With WrestleMania season approaching, WWE could be positioning Ripley for a major redemption arc. The biggest question now is who will stand in her way. Some speculate that Ripley's loss could be a setup for a blockbuster rivalry with a returning WWE legend, perhaps Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, or even a shock return from a past competitor like Sasha Banks. Others believe she may have to navigate Judgment Day's internal conflict before setting her sights back on the title. Triple H's carefully chosen words suggest that Rhea Ripley's story is far from over. If anything, this setback could be the beginning of her most compelling chapter yet. Rhea Ripley's loss was unexpected, but it has created an exciting sense of unpredictability in WWE's women's division. With Triple H acknowledging the magnitude of the moment, it's clear that WWE has big plans in store. Whether she embarks on a mission of revenge, faces betrayal within Judgment Day, or rises from the ashes for an even greater WrestleMania moment, one thing is for sure. Rhea Ripley is not done yet. And as Triple H himself said, this is just the beginning. Rhea Ripley had a forgettable night on the Raw after Elimination Chamber as she lost her WWE Women's World Championship. Triple H has now reacted to the shocking title change. Rhea Ripley put her Women's World Championship on the line against Io Sky in the main event of Raw tonight. The two women pushed each other to their limits in a barn-burner contest, where Bianca Belair caused interference during the closing moments of the match. The mommy took issue with the EST rooting for her opponent and got into her face, pushing the two women into each other. Interestingly, referee Jessica Kerr didn't call for a DQ and let the match continue. The distraction allowed Sky to reverse Ripley's riptide from the top rope and deliver a Hurricane Rana, followed by a moonsault to pick up the win. After the show went off the air, Triple H took to his official X, formerly Twitter, handle to share backstage footage of himself hugging Io Sky. He also congratulated the damaged CTRL member on her monumental win.